Hello pros. Today I'll be guiding the skill issues, the newbies, the people who don't know how to make teams, into beating one of the hardest and most fun worlds in the entire game. And that is Dark Mode 16. So, as a guy who's almost beaten everything, not counting 1630 Dark Mode, I feel like I have the right to guide people into beating this thing. Now, we're gonna talk about basically every single level, so this is gonna be a pretty lengthy one, but I'm gonna try my best to summarize it. Okay? Hear me out. So, let's just start with some of those levels where people get stuck on the most, such as 1610. A level with only one rat at the end who has an extremely big shield. So, what you need to do is actually to just break the shield. It's not really that bad. The cookies who can break the shield while also being beneficial to the team are Sherbet, because he will slow the rat by so much that the rat will not be able to recover the shield. Another one can also be Shining Glitter because of the Zap, and Zap does counter the thingy, the shield. And also Stardust, because with his mark, he removes the shield as well. So, pretty good. Now you might be wondering, what's the team comp? Here are the members. Cream Puff, because she's gonna buff your team by so much. Her buffs are incredible, and so is her healing. Now, we're also just gonna be going for Space Donuts, for a reason that I'm gonna specify later. Moonlight, you can go with either Stardust or Sherbet for the rats. Gonna go with Stardust. And we're gonna go with someone like Mango, because surprisingly, Mango has really good damage. Now the treasures are just gonna be Whistle, Scroll, and Watch, because you don't really need like Revive, nor any active treasures because they all suck. Now for context, Mango does not need a level 20 candy, he only needs like level 10. So, but yeah. Other good replacements to Mango could be like Squid Ink. That's it. So, the toppings for the team. Space Donut needs damage resist for future levels as well, because there's going to be a little tech with Space Donuts that you need to know. Stardust can run either cooldown or crit, that's fine as well. Moonlight can go either attack or cooldown, depends on the level. Mango is gonna go full attack, and Creep Puff is gonna go full crit. So, we're just gonna try this level. I haven't tested it beforehand, so if I screw up, that's alright. Now, the tech for this level, and any other level that has like rats and ballerinas, whatever they fucking call it, is very simple. You just wait until every single wave arrives, cast Cream Puff, do Moonlight, this guy, and that's it. So what happened here is that you might have thought that Space Donut would die, but once he casts his ability, he's gonna have iframes, so the enemies that do death damage will not be able to hit Donut. But you also need Moonlight to push the enemies far enough so that Mango cannot be killed by the thingy. See where I'm going with this? So here we proceed through the level. Pretty sure that's the rats. Here we go. And that's the level basically done. This comp is like really good, especially for levels with a bunch of rats and dolls. It is especially helpful. Now you might be wondering who can be is there like a different strat to this? And there is, but I really do feel like that if you don't have like good promos or something, then this comp could be for you. Like you can go Hollyberry, Pure Vanilla, and all of that, but you need Hollyberry to just kind of tank everything, and I really do not like a strat like these. Do not like them. This especially happens for like levels before 1610. Like, basically every level from 1616 to 161, you basically just use the exact same strat. Unless it's like levels like these. No, not this one. What was it? Yeah, levels like these where it has like the timeless hourglass. But I feel like it depends on how it, like, whether the tireless hourglass or the restless clock or whatever it's called, I don't remember, whether they're a champion or not. Now, what does champion mean? Set term by me. Basically, if they're a regular enemy or a beefed up enemy. If they're a regular enemy, you just use the exact same comp. But if you're still dying, you can use Sherbet. Basically, Sherbet is basically a hard counter to basically any big unit. They're basically a really big hard counter. Now, another level. 1616. A lot of people really just seem to struggle on this one, and I don't get why. Now, the strat for this is not really that bad. You do require a completely different comp though. Need Hollyberry. A healer like Pure Vanilla could help, but I'm just gonna go with Parfait because yeah. So you kind of need something like Pure Vanilla, Parfait, really good healers. Snapdragon could help, and BTS in case you don't have Snapdragon. Hollyberry could go full on damage resist, but since I am not gonna change Hollyberry's set, so I'm just gonna go with my arena setup. Now you kind of just need triple healer for this because the boss is gonna hit hard. And you also need something to counter the energy barrier, which gains a hit shield. So basically things like Black Pearl, even Sherbet, fucking Shining Glitter, Rye, all these good stuff. Even Yam, even Purple Yam helps. Macron could be one of the best because she heals your team, buffs up your entire team, and gives a lot of good stuff. Now, for the attackers, just gonna go with Black Pearl, just as an example. Gonna go full cooldown. Now, it really just depends on your stats. You can either just go double healer or triple healer. The first time I've beaten this, I've actually beaten this with Clover, believe me or not. And it depends. Depends on your stats, really. Whether you need either Rare Scroll to just survive the zap, and whatnot. Now here are the toppings, cooldown, cooldown, cooldown. You can also go with Cream Puff, in case. Cream Puff's so mandatory. Yeah, I'm going with her. Just, you know, for reasons. Now, for the thingy. Let's go ahead and try out this level. Now the boss really does not have a lot of health, but his defensive capabilities really just make up for it. Now for the first wave, don't think it's really that bad. It's only one doll, really. You basically just blast through that one. Still have another doll. And it's gonna be dead pretty easily. Now again, you might be thinking, yeah, the dolls are not doing, and the rats are not doing that much damage, but later on, like after 1616, they really just start to amp up. To the point where like, one explosion just takes out like half of your tank's health. So here's the boss. All you need to do, the timings don't need to be perfect or anything, you can just spam it. Now here he gains a hit shield. This is where you kind of just need to get Black Pearl in there. Oh god, this is so slow. And this is why you kind of just need Parfait. Cases like these. Yeah, this boss is really just not that bad. It's only the zap, the attack speed down that's really just a problem. Also, PV will greatly help on this level because of the fact that he kind of just removes injury, which is what this comp really just struggles on. And it looks like we're just gonna be beating this level with relative ease. Now again, the timing for Hollyberry really just depends. It's like when he does that little laser thing, especially this one, is where you need to cast Hollyberry. Now another cookie that would help is Milky Way, because she can remove the shield. And also Purple Yam. But yeah, that will be a very easy dub. Unless I die. Then I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad leader. Somewhat though. You know, that's basically how it goes. Pure Vanilla does better in Snapdragon, but... and even then, got 3 stars. So yeah, really just about your Hollyberry timings. Cerebit levels are really not that bad. Now, for another level. 1618. This one is basically just a Sherbet check. If you do not have Sherbet, well, that's tough luck. Because the doll at the end is gonna have a hit shield. And that said hit shield is gonna regenerate. So, in order to prevent that doll from doing that, in order for that doll to stop regenerating a shield, you need Sherbet. Otherwise, it's kind of just gonna be difficult. Or you could just go with like Black Pearl and just brute force it, but you know, could work. Now, for the doll. You see that this comp like really just does well. Only Donut took like 10,000 damage, but that was like from the initial hit. Then you just cast Moonlight, Donuts, everything. And then you just cast Sherbet in order to just kill the doll. And that's basically it. She's not gonna do anything. Sherbet really just does help, especially considering he has a lot of hits in there. So some of his shots really do count. And that's basically the level done, technically. There we go. Oh well. But you get my point. You get my point. If it had like better timings, all of that, you know, could have beaten it. Didn't expect that. Yeah, it's basically just better timings with Donut, like the moment the doll attacks, you just cast Donut to turn it into a Donut Jelly and all that. But Sherbet really just does help. You could go Crunchy Chip as well, but I feel like Crunchy Chip is a lot slower. Meh. Oh well. Now, for other levels, especially with like 1620, 1624, especially the ones that have like really big units, such as like the Tireless Hourglass, which can one-shot your team. You just really need to hope for RNG. Which is basically the exact same thing. You just do the exact same timings, you basically just one-shot the entire wave, and then you just cast Sherbet on the big dude. That's it. Especially like Anxious Alarm, Clock thing. Now, for another level, that's actually pretty interesting. That is actually pretty interesting. This one, with the pillows. You can use the same exact comp, but I'm actually just gonna go with Seafarer. Why? Because I feel like Seafarer is underrated. Not sorry. Now, for this thing, which is interesting, you actually don't need Watch for this, believe me or not. You only need to basically just one-shot the pillows at the end. You basically just need triple DPS, Donut to dodge the explosion, I mean. And yeah, basically it. Now, again, another DPS, you could just go Stardust, Shining Glitter, Black Pearl, all that. But I really just want to go Seafarer because I haven't tried her, and she does synergize very well with Mongol. Now let's just try this level, and let's just see how it goes. This is like the first 15 minutes video for me. My god. Doc sending extensive videos real. Now for this level, the tech is interesting. You need to kind of wait until all the enemies arrive. Never mind. Never mind. Alright. Seafair's not a good pick. Today we learned. She doesn't dodge. Alright, today we learned. Alright, so it's gonna be either Stardust or Black Pearl. Alright. Seafair got hit by the blast. This is very great. This is quality content from yours truly. I'm like the only person who does a gun and then just messes up and then cannot edit that out. The greatest CRK YouTuber of all time, I know. Moonlight, Black Pearl, Mango, Donut, and then just cream puff. And then you should technically just kill this guy. You should be able to. There we go. Now for the pillows, you just do the exact same thing. But you cast cream puff first, then Moonlight, then Donut, and then you just clear out the way. Pretty sure. There we go. Yeah, so it's basically, that's the entire world, basically. You just use the exact same team for almost everything. So dumb. I hate how this level is, how this world is designed, honestly. I hate it so much. And then for 1629, it's basically the exact same thing. What does this level have? Yeah, basically just used the exact same comp as, you know, this, but like, you know, you use Watch, and you use like Stardust or anyone really. And then for the awaited moment, 1630 dark mode, my only guide is don't do it. Just don't. It is way too hard. It is, again, it's not impossible. Some people have done it, but it's just, it's only like for the like top 30 Omega whales of all time. It's really just hard. Now, but the strat for this thing on dark mode is basically just use T-Knight. I know, shocking. And then you use like 4 supports, Hollyberries as supports, and then you just hope that T-Knight beats it. But for story mode, since I am kind, yeah, this guy does work on story mode. If you guys want to know, if you truly want to beat this on story mode, I'd just suggest, you know, basically the exact same thing as this, but you don't need triple healer. You also kind of need pure vanilla. But since I am maxed out, I don't need to showcase it since I'd be beating in 2 seconds. But yeah, can use like Squid Ink, Black Pearl, all of that stuff, Cream Puff, Rare Scroll. You basically just hope to just beat it. PV as a counter to Beckoning Dreams, and the Hollyberry to counter the Nebular Barrage, which like is like the flying attack thing that kind of just one shot 3 cookies. Anyways, yeah, that's basically the entire thing. Hopefully that summed it up nicely, rather. And yeah, that's it. See ya.